Welcome to Home Organizing for Beginners. I'm Tammy, your home organizing educator. In each episode, I share a microscopic home organizing topic. That just means it's something you can implement today from start to finish if you so choose. Today's microscopic home organizing topic is how to clean your kitchen. I despise having to clean the kitchen before I can make dinner. It's so frustrating to have to clear the counters and wash the needed pots and pans before I can even get started. This was my reality way too often. I'd walk in the door with a crying baby on my hip and two toddlers running around begging for something to eat. When I got to the kitchen, I'd realized that we hadn't really even cleaned things up from the night before, and now not only did I have no clue what I was going to make for dinner, but I had to consider whether the darn pots and pans were clean or not. As a mom whose home organizing journey needs a fresh start, you want to be set up for lasting home organizing solutions, right? In order to make that happen, you'll have to do something different than you've done before or what society tells us. Instead of feeling bad that you can't consistently clean your kitchen every night after you tuck kids into bed, you can get into a simple kitchen cleaning routine and lean into what comes naturally for you. In this episode, you learn why clean the kitchen every night before you go to bed isn't the best advice. I'll share what is better advice and how you can implement a simple kitchen cleaning routine. I'm sure in your plight to get started, get organized, and ultimately stay organized, you've come across the advice to make sure that the kitchen is cleaned up every night before you go to bed. When you have toddlers to feed, bathe, and tuck into bed, that means you'll be up much later doing this kitchen cleanup. Well, I don't think this is bad advice because it's definitely a bonus to wake up to a clean kitchen. Heck, even a clean house would be nice to wake up to. Sometimes that just doesn't work out, or it simply doesn't work for some people. Most nights I do go to bed with the kitchen still a bit of a mess. Dishes are usually loaded in the dishwasher and it's started, but the counters aren't wiped down and I've certainly not swept the floor. I'm a morning person. By 8 p.m., if I'm home, I just want to crawl into bed, do a little reading, and go to sleep. I really don't have the energy at that time of night, and I really never have. I could try to force it to change what comes naturally to me in order to meet what society tells us is the proper time to clean the kitchen, but what does that really do for me? What would that really do for you? So let's talk about what better advice is. Better advice is a simple kitchen cleaning routine. So what makes a simple kitchen cleaning routine different? It's simple because you don't have to force yourself into something. You may need to think through your day to day to figure it out, but that's the beauty of it. You are figuring it out. You are considering your life and your family in order to make your kitchen cleaning routine simple. The tasks may be the same as what you've been told or not, but I can assure you that the process in arriving at a simple kitchen cleaning routine is different than what you've done before, and certainly not what society tells us. Getting into a simple kitchen cleaning routine will make dinner time easier. It will make organizing your kitchen easier, which will in turn make cleaning your kitchen easier. It's the circle, really, a circle that you and your family will cycle through periodically as each season of life comes and goes. So let's go through how to implement a simple kitchen cleaning routine. Step number 1, decide what tasks in the kitchen you want to do daily. My recommendation is to do this list: unload the dishwasher, clear the counters, load the dishwasher, wash the countertops, and start the dishwasher. That's it. I'm going to give you a little bit of a bonus tip. Buy cheap pots and pans that you won't feel bad about putting into the dishwasher. If you have a set of pots and pans that you can't put into the dishwasher without ruining them, then pack them up for now and go buy a cheap set from Target or Walmart. Trust me, it will be so worth it because you will not have to worry about hand washing the pots and pans. Step number 2, once you've decided what the tasks are, time yourself doing all of them on a typical day. Add a few minutes for good measure and plan that this is how long it will take if you do the cleaning daily. which is what I would really recommend if possible. However, and this is a big however, if daily doesn't work right now, that's okay. Note that if the time between cleaning is increased, the time to do the cleaning will also be increased. It'll just be more of everything that will need to be done, right? More dirty dishes, crusted food on the countertops, that kind of thing. Again, time yourself on a typical day, meaning it's been a day since you last cleaned. I hope this is making sense. I just think that we are hit so hard by messages from society that tell us we have to do things a certain way or a certain time or a frequency, otherwise, we're doing it wrong. Well, what works for one may not work for another. Life is about learning, growing, and leaning into what comes naturally to you. Okay, so I'm going to get off that soapbox now. Step number 3. Now that you know how long the cleaning will take, you can figure out when it's the best time for you to do it. This must be a time that works for you within the scope of what comes naturally. Don't force yourself to stay up later just to get it done. As an alternative, you could wake up that much earlier and do the tasks in the morning. Perhaps you are good with cleaning the kitchen prior to starting dinner. It could work. I mean, the kids could actually be helping if all planned out. In my earlier story, where I'd have a crying kid on my hip and toddlers begging for something to eat, perhaps we come in and they're immediately given a snack while we run our simple kitchen cleaning routine. I really like that idea. I wish that's something I would have thought of back then. It's so easy to look back and realize what could have worked better, right? So, step number 4, you've decided what tasks you'll do, you know how long they take, and you know when it works best for you to do them. So, the next step, and this is critical, you guys, absolutely critical. Write it all down. I implore you, do not skip this step. Documenting your plan tells you what to do. You don't have to think about it. In the heat of the moment, you're able to just step into action instead of trying to figure out what is it that my cleaning routine is again. And if you find that your documented plan isn't working, you can modify it. It's really that simple. So now you have your simple kitchen cleaning routine. Before you know it, you'll be parsing pieces off to delegate to your kids or maybe even your spouse. Would you like to talk through your specific kitchen cleaning dilemma? I'm here to help. It's super easy to enlist my free support. Go to www.homeorganizingforbeginners.com and click the Ask Me Anything link. I look forward to hearing from you. Thanks so much and have a great day.